Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's your girl Tevra from New Jersey in Color. Happy Monday. It's a new week and I'm on week 2 of the Monday catch up. So thank you for joining me. I tell you this is a new thing that I'm working on and I'm trying, and there is no promo for it for now, but I would just wanted to make it a habit. So if I get through a month straight of getting these out, then I'm going to start promoting it and adding people and doing all the fun things. So for now, this is just me just turning on the live. I have all these gadgets and apps and subscriptions that I have that I don't utilize enough. And as you know, those of you who are content creators, all these things cost money. So no better way to utilize what I already have that I don't use as much than to just turn on the mic and just start talking. So that's where I am with it. So thank you for joining me. If you're watching this live, thank you. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you as well. I appreciate all the views and support and the likes and shares and all the good things because I've been at this for several years now. And yeah, it's time to grow. Like I said last week, I feel like I've been pregnant more most of the time that I've been doing this NJ in Color platform. So now that we are getting back to normal and getting back to work full steam, I want to go ahead and just thank you and encourage you to continue to share, like, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Share this with your friends. There's more that's coming, and I just appreciate the support. So again, I am a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old and now a 5-month-old. She's sitting right here. So when I was just about to hit go live earlier, um, she woke up from her nap. So she's sitting here right next to me, looking confused. But she's cute, so she can stay as long as she stays quiet. And if she doesn't, she's just going to join the live because I have a couple things that I wanted to get to today. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So welcome to Women's History Month. It is Women's History Month. We are excited about that. We just finished Black History Month last Friday, and now we're into Black History Month. So today I'm wearing the original Ride or Die chick, Harriet Tubman. You see Harriet over here? Word to Harriet Tubman. A lot of her journey is actually, some of it is actually based here in New Jersey. If you have not been to the Harriet Tubman Park in Newark, which is right in the center of Newark. I think it's Military Park, just renamed. And the monument that they've built there, you really got to get out there. It's a fantastic art piece, historical journey. And, even if you're just into, taking pictures for the gram, just go and check out the full bust of Harriet Tubman. And then you go around kind of like in the circle and just read bits and pieces of like her life's journey and slavery in New Jersey and all of those things that we need to know and honor as far as our ancestors here and her journey here and all of those things. So if you haven't gone out to Newark's Harriet Tubman Park, please go. And the weather is getting better now, so get out there, take your kids, take your family. The city of Newark really did an excellent job with that monument, and also they have like different things like that. And I did a recap of it maybe year before last year. Local people got to make their own imprint on the monument itself. So that's going to be there forever, documenting that they were here as well. So all of these things that are so important to our North Jersey community, we have to support them. So get out there, and the weather's getting good. So yeah, go out to Newark and check that out. So yeah, so me and Harriet gonna ride today, and my nugget over here, she's she's the hope and dream of what Harriet Tubman was trying to achieve. So okay, so because it's Women's History Month, I wanted to highlight really quickly just a notable New Jersey woman. So I found, well, I'm not found because I knew about her before. She's a New Jersey Hall of Fame honoree. She's on the New Jersey Hall of Fame for the entire state. She is Joetta Clark Diggs. She is a 4-time Olympian and a world champion in track and field. She excelled at the 800 meters for many years, and she is from the Newark South Ward and South Orange. So she is a big deal. She is now on the lecture circuit. she coaches and motivates, and she has had an impactful life here in New Jersey and beyond. So we just want to shout her out. And if you guys know her, if anybody knows her, send her my way. Hey, sis, thank you for all that you have done for New Jersey, and happy Women's History Month. And happy Ramadan to those who are observing. Ramadan Mubarak to all those who observe in New Jersey and beyond. So, what am I going to talk about? Like I said, these are going to be brief. I don't want to go past, a half an hour, if that, because I just want to check in with you guys. I want to connect. I want us to be interactive. So, as this starts to pick up steam, I want you to comment, leave a note in the comments. Eventually, we'll be able to add people on here so they can talk with me as well. But I wanted to create a space where we're talking, specifically to our North Jersey folks, our North Jersey African American community, on things that we're interested in, even if it's not like, usually when I get on here on the live, it's like a more of a structured setting. We're interviewing somebody. We might have a politician. We might have something going on. And the live interviews, the new NJ in Color Live is coming back. However, I want this to be something more informal, where we're just, shooting the breeze, but also talking about stuff that matters to us, but also having some fun. So, let's do that together. And as we go along, I hope that you guys, feel free and feel comfortable enough to join me as we do this Monday recap. So what happened over the weekend? So last night's Oscars, did you watch? I kind of watched. It's super long, and I have little kids. They don't want to watch that. So I watched a good bit of it. I think Conan O'Brien did a good job. I like Conan. He's goofy like me. So I think he did a great job. Yeah. So what are my highlights, my own personal highlights in the parts that I did watch? So I love the Defying Gravity opening with the backdrop of Los Angeles. I am from Los Angeles. That's where I was born. I was raised in California. I am not a native New Jerseyan, and I've never faked it like I am. So I am from California. That is my hometown, Los Angeles. So to see that with the juxtaposed with the Defying Gravity and the whole Wicked thing, of all the Oscar nominated movies, I've only seen Wicked. It's like that every year. On a good year, I'll see more than one, if that. So I have not seen any of those movies. I tried to watch Conclave earlier yesterday, but then I started, cooking Sunday dinner because I do cook, and I made brown stew chicken, and it was bomb. But yeah, we turned it on, and I just got busy, with what I was doing in the kitchen, and did not keep my attention long enough to sit and watch it. And also everybody needed to be fed. So I'll try again, because it seemed like it was really good. From the audio that I could hear, it seemed like a really good movie. That was Conclave. I didn't know anything about Nickel Boys. I need to find that movie. That looks awesome. It looks like it'll make me cry, but it looked like a really good movie. I had no clue about it. So I'm going to look up Nickel Boys as well. Laura or a Nora, but it won for Best Picture, so good for them. I kind of want to see Demi Moore's The Substance, because it looks kind of crazy. And I've always had a thing for, Demi Moore ever since she did G.I. Jane. I think she's kind of a badass. So I'll support her in that. But I have not seen any of the movies. So this is me just looking for the fashions, because I did not know anything about what's going on. So Defying Gravity with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. They looked great, but they sounded even better. So I love that. And another highlight of mine was Doja Cat, which I've never had Doja Cat on my bingo card at all. Every now and then she puts out a bop, but she's not like always. I'm older. I'm, in my deep 40s. So she's not, I don't get it sometimes, but I got it last night. She sang Diamonds Are Forever, and she did it. I was so proud of her, because that's a hard song to sing if you can sing. And yeah, that's a hard song to sing. They did the tribute to James Bond, and that's one of the iconic songs. So she did a fantastic job with that, and she looked great. And I love the natural hair, because I think she had some controversy regarding like her hair or whatever, but she looked fantastic. I thought she was great. If you can hear my baby back here, she's playing with her crinkle toy, so I'm gonna let her rock. So the other part that I really loved was the Quincy Jones tribute featuring Queen Latifah. Um, Singing the song from the Wiz, "Ease on Down the Road." I thought that was fun. It was a fun way to break up because the Oscars are so like serious all the time. It just drags down and all these categories that nobody really like pays attention to. So it was good to have that moment. I wish they could do the little, remember the little skip step when they were going down the Yellow Brick Road. I wish they could have done that a little bit. But the dancing was fantastic. Queen Latifah, New Jersey stand up, Newark stand up. She's always, and also if you guys know her, please give me her information so I can meet her as well, because she is everything to me, and she's always been that to me since I was a child. So shout out to Queen Latifah, and shout out to Whoopi's shoulders. Did y'all check out her shoulders? Whoopi Goldberg had on a dress, and it was like it kind of went across her shoulders, but the shoulders were like giving rip, like she's been in the gym for real. The thing with Whoopi Goldberg, I've seen her in person one time close up when she was at, she had a pop-up shop at American Dream before the shutdown, like right before the shutdown. And she had the store, and they had a book signing. And so of course I went and I got the book. I bought like a sweater or something like that. And you got to take, a picture with her. And she looked like her skin is just like flawless. Like, I don't know what it is with TV, and I'm gonna say it for myself. TV adds for me 100 pounds, so I'm really skinny in real life. If y'all ever see me, I'm so thin, but not really. But she looked amazing, like in real life. I was like, oh my gosh, she's like different in real life. So to see her on the Oscar stage yesterday, and she had her shoulders down, she had the tats blaring, and she got it's all ripped. I was like, you go, girl, you go, Whoopi Goldberg. So if any of y'all know Whoopi, tell her I said, you go, girl. You did that. She looks amazing. So yes, that was one of my highlights. Whoopi's shoulders at the Oscars was everything. Oprah looked great too, but Whoopi's shoulders for me stole the show. And also Halle Berry's dress. That was a dress. That looked like a shattered disco ball, but sexy, and I loved it. So Halle Berry's dress is a highlight. Whoopi's shoulders is a highlight. Queen Latifah's everything is a highlight for the Oscars, and Doja Cat and Defying Gravity. Those are my highlights. And like I said, I didn't watch any of the movies other than 10 Minutes of Conclave and all of Wicked. So I'm not the best person to gauge as far as like the actual rest of the show. All right, and then last week I told y'all I wanted to talk about Tell Me Something Good. So my something good relates back to the Oscars and how it is tied into New Jersey. So, all right. So what did I do on No, that wasn't Saturday. That was Friday. Friday night, I was out at the Galloping Hill Country Club in Kenilworth, New Jersey. I don't know if you guys saw the live, but did a few lives from inside the ballroom at the New Jersey Black Legislative Caucus Foundation Gala. And we were there. My friend and photographer, Danielle Hadnot, we went down there, and it was really, really nice. Great way to spend a Friday. It was all of the Black excellence, the Black elected officials. It seemed like there were lots of attorneys, lots of important people. I kind of get, I kind of shrink a little bit in some of those spaces because it's like, I'm just me. Like, if you know me for real, I am a goofball. But these people are very accomplished and very serious and are doing the work in New Jersey and all over the world practically to make the world and our state a better place. So it was great to see all of these people all dolled up in their finest, in their sequins, and one lady had on a crown. I don't know who she was, if she was a beauty queen, but she looked great. Everybody looked amazing. I got some really great interviews. I posted the one with State Senator Brittany Timberlake. The sound is kind of off, so I'm trying to tweak the sound on a lot of these videos, but I'm just gonna have to just post them anyway, turn the volume up, because they had some really great points. So hers is up. I have one with Mayor Ras Baraka that's gonna go up as well. I have several, so just stay tuned over the next few days. I'll be posting them up one by one, but it's important that we check in with our local representatives and our state representatives, because they are who we actually put in place to represent us. Like, if we're not doing anything else, if you don't even pay attention to who's in the White House, pay attention to who is your assemblywoman, assemblyman, your state senator, your mayor, your council person. Local elections matter, and these people are really doing the work of what needs to be done. That's the day to day that affects us all. So it was great. There were several council people. Like there's no way I would be able to pull up everybody. I was trying to scramble and like do my Googles, and I called somebody the wrong name. It was a disaster. I have to do better. But it was a lot of fun, and it was great. And Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter, so she is actually not going up for reelection this go round. She's going to step back into private life, and so this was her last year as the chair of the committee. And so they did a beautiful, beautiful tribute to her. It was great. It was because people work so hard in these roles, and it's low key a thankless job, and depending on where you live, it can really be a super thankless job. So I appreciate her invitation because it was great to see that her peers honor her in that way. So shout out to Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter. I am thankful for you. I'm thankful that you and I have met, and I am thankful for your impact on New Jersey, and I'm looking forward to whatever you got going on that's next, even if it's drinking tequila shots on vacation. You go, girl. You deserve. Yeah. And then also, thank you so much to my soror, Shaylin Bibbins, for the invitation as well. She has been fantastic. And Shaylin, yeah, you're everything. So thank you so much. Okay, so what else do I have here? I don't really have that much. I was not going to go ahead and list out events that are coming up just because it gets to be a lot. Check out the Instagram page for the latest in events coming out for Women's History Month. Off the top of my head, I know the YWCA of Northern New Jersey has their women's conference. I got to buy my ticket. That's coming up. My chapter, the Bergen County Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, our scholarship luncheon is coming up on the 29th. However, I think it's pretty much sold out. I don't know. So if you can slide in and get a ticket, hurry up because it's almost about to close. So thank you all for supporting scholarships in Bergen County. Specifically, I know North Jersey has a gala happening as well. And it's the same thing. One thing I've said in a live that was informal, one day I was just kind of tired of it, and I got in my car and I turned on the mic and I was telling y'all about why it's important for let me back all the way up. I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody or my sorority. However, I do know just from my own personal observation and knowledge that when any of these Greek letter organizations have events, it seems like all we do is party and step and blah blah. No, that's if you've heard me say party with a purpose ad nauseum, it's because that's really what it is. It's really what it is. Like, we're raising money to fund all of the things that we do in the community, from mentoring programs to scholarships to give back situations where we're helping, Haiti Packathon, or, giving back to the local, food kitchen or something like that. Anything, all of those things that we do in the community, and not the we as in we, the D9, it needs to be funded somehow. So yes, we raise funds. Yes, we're selling popcorn. Yes, we're doing all of these things. But because at the end of the day, if we don't raise the funds, then it can't be done. And the one of the things that I admire about these groups, I joined late in life, but one of the things that I do admire is basically taking the collective resources of any one group and applying it in a way that will help the community. Because I, as Tevra Francis, can only do but so much. My bank account is not that big. But if you have, Tevra and her 30 sorors on her line, and we all contribute, then you get a bit bigger impact. So imagine you have an entire chapter. Now imagine you have an entire state or an entire nation of women with the same like mind towards the same initiatives trying to bring about change. So that's where that comes from, right? So when they say they're having a party, even if it's something that, you're not really, we don't, I can't dance. Let me put it this way. I can't dance. I can't stroll. I have two left feet. So we're not looking for anybody to go tear the floor up. But if you can contribute to scholarships, by all means, please help. Even if it's to buy a ticket and to pass it along to a friend. We need the support. Again, we, as in, I'm not representing any one person, but support your local Divine Nine organization whenever they have an event. All right. So I'll get off my soapbox now. With that one. But yeah, so those are what's coming up that I can name off the top of my head. But I will have a Women's History Month post out probably later today. And also I have a business spotlight queued up as well. It's in drafts. I got to get it out. But it's for Iconic Coffee in Hackensack, New Jersey. Have you guys been there? I've been there several times. Great couple that runs it and owns it. They're Black owned. Right there on Main Street in Hackensack. Check them out. Love Iconic Coffee. And it's like a cute little place, like if you have to meet up for like a group project or a meeting, or they have also those sealed quiet rooms so you could do your Zoom meeting in private. So it's a really good place, and I hope they stay around for the long haul because yeah, I enjoy supporting them. So I have a highlight with them, but there are other Black-owned coffee shops that we should be supporting. There's Bandage Coffee in Inglewood as well. I've been there. They're newer to me, but I got it. They've been around for almost a year now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So Bergen County has a few. There's Sankofa out in, I want to say, Bloomfield. I want to get out there. There's what's the one with the flowers? I'm gonna mess it up, but there's one that Casa de Flora, I think it is, and they're Black owned. They have, if you have ever seen, and I share them in my stories sometimes. They have like the floral motif on the inside and outside. And they have like an event space, and then the other side is like a coffee shop, if I'm not mistaken. So there's several Black owned coffee shops. You don't have to go to the lady with the green and white from Seattle. You don't have to go to her. You can go to a Black owned coffee shop right here in your neighborhood. We'll get a list out soon enough. So with that, let me go ahead and wrap this up because like I said, I didn't want this to get past 30 minutes. I don't see where we have any comments or anything like that. But if you're watching this live, or if you're watching this after the fact on Instagram, no, not Instagram, on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much. Leave your comments and we'll roll it into the next week and address them next week. So thank you for your support. Oh, last week there was a comment about Joy Reid, and basically, saying that it would be great if we had, all of our Black media powerhouses combine their powers, and that this is not necessarily a bad thing for her. And I agree. Having worked in corporate and having worked under people who didn't have my best interests at heart, it feels like a betrayal and it feels hurtful because we're people and we're human and we put our all into things, and you do so much to get so far. And when those opportunities go away, it's not okay. So I was reminded at the New Jersey Black Caucus Gala by Assemblywoman Shanique Spate about, and she was just saying how she just reminded us about, Jeremiah. Oh gosh, I'm going to butcher the verse, but for I know the plans for you, the plans to help you and not to harm you and to give you hope in the future. So when we lose opportunities that we feel are big opportunities, or we lose a situation that we feel like we will never get again, just trust in the fact that God, I believe in God, that God has your best interest at heart. Some of the roles that I've had, I thought I was going to shrivel up and die if I did not stay there. However, I was also dying inside by working there, if that makes sense, like literally dying inside. So sometimes we are taken out of situations because it's not for us. It doesn't serve us. It's not serving the greater good for our lives or what God's plan is for our life. And if we take a step back and are honest with ourselves and we search our heart, there are other things that we can do that are even better and can bring you much more joy than, no pun intended on the joy, no pun intended on any of this stuff, but bring you much more joy than what you feel man can provide for you, right? So all that to say, she'll be all right. Roundabout seconds, she gonna be all right. Joy Reid will be just fine. I hope she also has tequila shots in Mexico and takes a breather and then comes back, and we'll be ready for her when she comes back. Whatever her next chapter is. I think, the whole thing about Black women need to rest, I think it's real because for so long and throughout history, we have been working, working so hard right next to our men, right next to everybody else. We've been working so hard and trying to hold it up. And, our men are, I'm never going to discount the men in our lives. But in this moment, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And man or woman, we need to just take a step back, assess what's going on, take a step back, breathe, take a step back, pray, take a step back, do an assessment of your own situation, like your own in your own four walls of your house. What's going on here? Am I saving money? Am I paying off debt? Am I doing the things that will put me in a better situation so that in the next 4 years I will be okay and my family will be okay? What do I need to do to achieve, a little bit more financial freedom? Or what am I doing to secure my mental health? What am I doing to secure my physical health? Do all of those things before we jump out to do more work on behalf of those who, may or may not appreciate the work that we have done and contributed all along. Right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I have a quote. I'm going to try to be, great, a good citizen, and leave with a positive note. So, in honor of Women's History Month, I'm going to start with Maya Angelou and my daughter in the background. Okay, she's over it. She is really over it. Okay, so I'm going to wrap with this. During bad circumstances, which is the human inheritance, you must decide not to be reduced. You have your humanity, and you must not allow anything to reduce that. We are obliged to know that we are global citizens. Disasters remind us that we are world citizens, whether we like it or not. So think back to what happened, in the weeks and days past. We are citizens of the world. And, while we all can't think the same way, we can all try to live in a way that that acknowledges that we are just one little piece in a very big world. So do the best you can while you can, and just pray and keep it pushing. All right. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. My name is Tevra Francis, and this is NJ in Color. Connect with us as we connect you to the diversity of North Jersey. Have a great day, everybody. Can you see my peace sign? Peace. Bye.